rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey. Ain't nothing changed. A little stronger.
Hello, everyone.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Mixon, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 23 yards on the play. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. For the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On 3rd down, Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right on the 30. Pushing his way inside the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play fake. Mariota. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On play action, Mariota. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 42 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
6 yards to go here on second down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's got some space here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line. Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Now Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. They'll run here with Mixon. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Oh, able to avoid him. And some space here. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. You know it's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. With this drive, oh, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop. On the toss, Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. The toss play to Mixon. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk. Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in? It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Here's Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. They go play action. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down. Mariota now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still second down.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Some room to work. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught at the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. They'll hand it off now. Johnson takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Mariota, and spins away. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now they run with Mixon and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. Spins away. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Bust through the tackle. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Mariota. All going deep here for Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking scheme. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case,
there he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And his throw here is incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A first down throw for Mariota. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Detroit! 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 3-19!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Screen play. Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Encroachment defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Throwing is Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get him a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. the Seahawks. Looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this. When he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit, now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A handoff as they run the counter play. They juked him. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They give them 12 yards and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green, 39!
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One last shot now for Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up.